really happening at India's border with China at Ladakh? That's the question that was discussed by the Defence Minister today as he held a meeting with the three service chiefs and the Chief of Defence Staff. Why is this important? Because remember, over the weekend, Lieutenant General level talks were held between the two countries at the Ladakh border. But even as conciliatory noises are now being made by both sides, can China really be trusted? Because on one hand, they say that a disagreement should not be allowed to escalate into a dispute. But on the other, their mouthpiece has been indulging in unabashed psyops, putting out videos like this one of the Chinese army's military exercise. Meanwhile, back home in India, there is a full-fledged fight underway. The opposition, led by former Congress President Rahul Gandhi, has demanded to know from the centre, where exactly do we stand? Has any progress been made at all? Have we evicted China from our territory? Were Chinese soldiers on our land to begin with? In fact, the most interesting exchange took place today between the Defence Minister and Rahul Gandhi, with Mirza Ghalib as the medium. But more on that later. First, listen to this.
We demand to know from Mr. Modi, our Prime Minister, what is it that you are speaking to the Chinese? What is it? Please tell us on how much territory has the Chinese army occupied the Indian territory? How many Chinese soldiers are there? And let the country be told after every meeting which takes place.
इस समय भारत और चीन दोनों के बीच मिलिट्री लेवल पर भी बातचीत चल रही है और डिप्लोमेटिक बातचीत भी चल रही है। अभी 6 तारीख को जो बातचीत हुई है, बातचीत काफी पॉजिटिव रही है, काफी सकारात्मक रही है। भारत और चीन दोनों इस बात पर सहमत हुए हैं कि आगे भी सीमा विवाद को सुलझाने के लिए और इस समय का जो टसल है उसे सुलझाने के लिए यह बातचीत का सिलसिला हम लोगों का आगे चलेगा।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Okay, so it's only apt that today we speak to the National General Secretary of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Someone who's also the member of the Board of Governors at the India Foundation, Mr. Ram Madhav. Mr. Ram Madhav, today the former Congress President Rahul Gandhi, he channeled Mirza Ghalib and sort of, improvised on that and said, सबको मालूम है सीमा की हकीकत, लेकिन दिल को खुश रखने के लिए गालिब ये ख्याल अच्छा है, शायद ये ख्याल अच्छा है। अमित शाह जी के नाम पे उन्होंने पन किया है। तो क्या है इस वक्त सीमा की हकीकत?
सीमा की हकीकत, whatever is happening on the borders, whatever information is to be shared with the countrymen has been shared by Defence Ministry, External Affairs Ministry and the army officials themselves. There is some engagement between the armies of PLA and our ITBP at a couple of places in Ladakh. At the diplomatic level and at the military officials level, talks are going on, and both sides have emphatically stated that they are looking forward to restoring normalcy and peace along the Indo-Tibetan border between India and China. Now, some leaders in the country have only time left for poetry. They can happily sit at home, read Ghalib, read other things, but also they should remember that this is not the first time that such situations have arisen on Indo-Tibetan border. It have happened in the past when other parties were in power, when we were in power. This is a situation because of certain mistakes that we have committed at the time of 1962 and around that time. So we are all handling the situations with utmost sincerity.
I will again press you on what Mr. Gandhi has said, because he's also alleged that in this country right now, the media is muzzled and terrified. The truth seems dormant, but it flows in the blood of every single Indian army officer and soldier. They know exactly what is happening in Ladakh. Several analysts have also said that what is happening in Ladakh right now is the salami slicing of our territory, unlike something that we have seen in the past. This is not like what we saw in Doklam. It's not even something like what we saw in the previous years where there was a difference in perception. Right now, they are not just patrolling on our side of the border, they are sitting there on our land.
Now, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, sitting in Delhi in his comfortable AC home, reading Ghalib, if he is saying that he knew more than what the officers and soldiers on the border knew, or he has great information from some social media or some Pogo portal, Pogo TV shows, I can't help answering to such kind of commentaries and all. It's nobody should politicize the issue. We will be the last people to politicize. But let me, for the sake of knowledge, people should have knowledge about the conflict between our both sides as far as that LAC is concerned. This is not new. In 2013, when UPA was in power, the last year of UPA, there was large scale incursion in that area, in the very same place. Let me tell you, in the very same 2-3 spots, there was a large scale incursion. There were months together, there were news reports that Chinese had come inside our territory, inside to some 30-40 kilometers inside, pitched tents in the Depsang area, and they stayed there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This was all reported in 2013. We did not reside Ghalib at that time. We only had asked the then government. Let me tell you, Padmaja, there was a study team constituted by Dr. Manmohan Singh, led by Ambassador Shyam Saran. That report of Ambassador Shyam Saran is not public today, but the media reports about certain contents of it had indicated at the time that some 600 square kilometers of our territory came under Chinese influence. This was what Shyam Saran had said at that time about 2013. No, probably Rahul Gandhi should read all that. There was a report that between 2010 and 2013, there were 600 incursions from the Chinese side into our territory. But all this is not politics, Padmaja. Please don't take that I am making Congress versus BJP. No. But the most irresponsible way in which Mr. Rahul Gandhi is behaving, country should know. Today, our soldiers, our army, our officers are very strongly securing our borders, but also we are maintaining required patience, required calm, and engaged in a very constructive dialogue with the other side. This is the time when the whole country should stand together.
Okay.
But some people only see politics, whether it is migrant workers, or it is COVID, or it is Indo-Tibetan border.
Okay, so you are saying that this is no time for politics. I'm going to ask you the last question in this particular aspect, because the Home Minister today, when he was addressing a virtual rally, he said that the world now realizes India will not tolerate any intrusion into its borders, but hasn't specifically answered the issue of China. Barring Mr. Rajnath Singh, and that also in television interviews, there has been no statement from the government. We've heard from the MEA and then the MOD. Why isn't the government telling the country whether the Chinese are on our land, if they are going back, if they have taken our land? What was achieved after the meeting on Saturday?
No, come on. Is Rajnath Singh not government? Is MOD not government? What is the argument that we are making, Padmaja? You see, Rajnath Singh, our Honorable Defence Minister, has stated the situation very categorically. He said that there are certain issues on the border, but I will just go back for a minute to what Shri Amit Shah had said earlier in the day, in that virtual rally you are talking about. This is what we have been saying. See, ever since Prime Minister Modi took over in 2014, we have made a small change in our border, I would say border policy. It's a nuances in change. Now we are strongly engaging with all the incursions that are happening. We are not allowing those incursions to happen unchallenged. We are challenging. You have seen latest incident where even stone pelting happened, fisticuffs were exchanged. There were some injuries on both sides. That also means that we are engaging. We are not letting them come and go. This used to be the normal practice in the past. So our new position is proactive diplomacy to solve the problems, yes, but strong ground posturing and strong ground positioning. That is also our new strategy. That is why when Home Minister said he meant that every single inch of our territory, whenever there is an attempt to, overtake our territory or step into our territory, it will be challenged. We will engage with the other side. That is the new policy.
Okay, so if I can just pause you there, are you then saying that there was an attempt to take our territory? Because on that also no specifics are available. Some people would have us believe that they aren't on our side of the LAC at all.
Okay, come on. First of all, country should know certain facts about LAC. It is LAC, line of actual control. In some spots, there are a few spots where there is no clear delineation because each side has a different view of that particular portion. For example, Pangang Lake, you all talk about those fingers, 8 finger, 4 finger and all that. These are all certain geographical formations. We have a view that until certain finger is our LAC. The Chinese view is different in that. In such areas, there used to happen certain violations of those borders, of those LAC. LAC is not a fixed border, you remember.
Yes.
We are discussing about finalizing that border. There is a border commission constituted in 1983. They have held 20 meetings so far. It is unfortunate. It is fortunate that we have delineated large parts of it. But there are a few spots where we still did not agree with each other. So those are the areas where these violations happen. So it's not the question of who has encroached into whose territory. In fact, on the Chinese side, their whole complaint is that Indian army is encroaching into Chinese territory. If you read the Chinese media, they are saying India is the intruder into our territory. So there is some confusion with or some disagreement in some areas. That is where we are strongly holding on to our position and we are negotiating with the other side.
Sir, I am going to ask you a very specific question because this difference in perception sort of muddies waters and confuses people. I'm going to ask you a specific question. You spoke about Pangong Tso. Now, yes, between finger 4 and finger 8 is the area where a lot of confusion happens. We say between 4 and 8 is our territory. They say between 4 and 8 is theirs. The difference though this time is that they have come, put up their tents, and according to some media reports, they are not allowing us to go patrol till 8, which is a departure from what happened earlier. The CEO of the erstwhile battalion in that area has said that we have patrolled up till finger 8. ये हमारा land है. So अब वो हमारे लैंड पे हमें ही पेट्रोल नहीं करने दे रहे हैं. This hasn't happened earlier.
See, that is what precisely I am saying. When they used to patrol earlier, we never used to challenge them or engage with them. When we used to patrol, in many cases, they would also not engage with us. That situation has today changed. We are patrolling the territory which we strongly claim to be our territory. They are now trying to come and sit there saying that no, don't come, you don't patrol here. That is where the fisticuffs happened. That is where the physical confrontation happened. Now that is the issue we are resolving. Where is the question of we giving up? If we giving up means we would have allowed them to sit there. We are engaging, we are saying no, you have to go back, it is our territory. That is precisely where the discussions are happening today.
Okay. According to the MEA, the statement made after the meetings, the Corps commander level meeting on Saturday morning, which went on for 3 hours, we were told that there were very cordial discussions that happened. However, within 24 hours, and I'm sure you've seen it, this video was released by the propaganda mouthpiece of the People's Liberation Army, Global Times, where they said, and I quote, several thousand soldiers with the Chinese PLA Air Force Airborne Brigade maneuvered from central China's Hubei province to northwestern high-altitude region amid China-India border tensions. On the one hand, they are talking with us. On the other hand, they are saying we've deployed thousands of soldiers at the border with India. How can we trust them?
You understand there is something called Cywars. psychological wars. This is a part of that Psy-war game, you please remember. This is an effort to create a kind of a confusion or a kind of a pressure on the other side. This is from the old Sun Tzu school military tact strategies book. Please don't go by those videos and those tweets that are put out in the name of Global Times, etc. I know, I have myself seen those things, but these are all a part of the Psy-wars that countries engage in. Have faith in our army. Have faith in our system. And as far as the engagement is concerned, let me remind our countrymen that in 1986, under General Sundarji, we had engaged eyeball to eyeball with the Chinese in Sumdorangchu Valley in Arunachal Pradesh. And that eyeball to eyeball engagement went on for 6-7 years. I can tell you that Doklam was about 70 days. This standoff will be even lesser, I believe. Very soon, I am hopeful that this standoff will end.
And is there an assurance that every single inch of land where right now, according to the satellite images, you've got not just Chinese tents, their camps, but some suggest even their artillery positioned, is going to be taken back?
No, whatever is our territory, as per the LAC, as per what we consider as our territory, every inch of it will be safeguarded, secured. Not now. This has been going on for last so many years. But this has been going on without our side, or for that matter their side, not firing a single bullet. It is 45 years since we have fired the last bullet across the border. 1975 was the last time that we fired any bullet. But incursions do happen. Now Chinese side say you are doing incursions into our side, because as I said, there is some disagreement over certain portions. But I am sure, like how we have done it in the past, we will be able to resolve it now also.
Very bluntly, I want to ask you, are they on our land, on this side of the LAC as we perceive it and we claim, or are they not? And I mean for all 3 points, at Pangong So, at Galwan Valley and at Hot Springs. Are they on our land or not?
We have what we consider LAC, at that we have engaged with the other side in all these 3 points. That is what the army has told us. We should take it from the army's official statement that we have engaged with them. We are trying to secure our territory.
Okay, you're not giving a direct answer to that, Mr. Ram Madhav, but many comparisons are being drawn with how India responds to any perceived provocation by Pakistan. At that time, we've seen the Corps Commander, we've seen Army Chief, CDS, saying again and again that we are going to square up with any provocation from Pakistan. However, the same kind of response is not seen from China when it concerns China. Why is that?
No, with Pakistan, the issue is different. You cannot compare two different challenges and say that you are doing this on China side, you are not doing this on Pakistan side. With Pakistan, we have a clearly delineated line of control, LOC. LOC is different from LAC. On LOC, it's a clear demarcation between our two countries. Now, the job for our army or our border security force on the LOC with Pakistan is to ensure that nobody violates the LOC. Now, whoever is trying to violate it, we are taking steps to neutralize them. And I can tell you, I mean, the Pakistan is so frustrated in the last 8 to 10 months, ever since we took that historic decision of neutralizing Article 370, that they are trying to push a large number of infiltrators into Kashmir Valley. And our security forces are strongly guarding our borders, and they are neutralizing a number of them on the border itself. Those managed to come inside are being neutralized inside the valley. Today also there was an encounter. 2 terrorists were neutralized. In the last 2 weeks, a total of 22 terrorists were neutralized. The situations are different. We're tackling the situations as per the requirement.
And it's interesting that you bring that up, because there are also suggestions that aggression from both sides seems to give rise to the prospect of a coordinated attempt between China and Pakistan. And a lot of analysts have said that this is the worst case scenario for India, to deal with a two-front aggression.
I respect all the analysts. There are enough number of analysts who do not see any connection, any link, at least at this point, between the actions of the two armies. There are analysts who say that also. That's why we better leave the analysis to analysts. As the government, our responsibility is to secure every inch of our territory, whether it is on the Tibetan side LAC or on the Pakistan side LOC. I can tell you our government is committed to securing every inch of it. Otherwise, speculations analysis can be anything. I know about 1962 war. One of the analysis points was that 62 war was waged by China only to teach a lesson to USSR. Because India was USSR's ally. First, show your strength in India so that USSR will realize it cannot protect its own ally. So these are the kind of analysis experts make, and we also have to respect all those analyses.
It's interesting you should say that,
government's
because
job is to secure its territory. We will do that.
Because among other things, the Global Times has also suggested that India may be used as a pawn at this time by the Trump administration against China.
So that gives rise to another analysis, that why the Chinese side is doing all this is only to teach a lesson to America. Some analysts may say that also.
All right, finally I want to ask you,
so
Mr.
these are all subject to analysis.
Okay, we leave the analysis to the analysts, but the simple question to members of the ruling party and the government will be, we have a session of parliament just round the corner. By that time, can we expect A, a resolution, and B, a statement? A statement on how things are on the ground.
No statement, just as Honorable Defence Minister has issued a statement a few days ago. Whenever there is a need for the government to issue a statement, concerned or whoever is designated to do that will do that. When Parliament meets, obviously, probably members of the Parliament would be interested to know more about it, and then government will, whatever facts have to be placed on the table, government will do that.
Okay, Mr. Ram Madhav, for speaking to us on an issue which is concerning not just the political parties, not just the opposition, but also the country as a whole. Thank you very much for speaking on the News Hour Agenda.